that I've ever seen.
We did it. Toyota trademarked it, and then while they were trademarking it, we were already building it. Let me introduce you to the TRD hammer. It's not actually a TRD hammer in the interest of full disclosure. I don't want to get sued. They are going through the trademark. However, we're naming it Thor. So, I mean, Thor's got its hammer, right?
He's a friend from work.
And let me show you this thing. We've been working on it for 6 months. So I have a feeling there is a mole within our business that is feeding information to Toyota, because we were already building this thing before they were even thinking about it. That's probably not true, but you can imagine. We got a wide body kit on this by Fiberworx. It's a 3-inch kit, and then with portal axles and 37-inch tires. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, that's way too much tire for a Tundra. It's only 437 horsepower. Well, see this little sign right there? See the Magnuson. What's Magnuson? Alec? What is that?
What is Magnuson?
What is Magnuson?
What is?
What is it?
What is?
I don't know. Just freaking kick a horsepower right in the ass of this thing. We got the Stage 6 intercooler kit with a cold air intake, water to air radiator, which adds a 20% horsepower boost. This thing's pushing over 520 horsepower now, which in the world of TRXs is not as much. However, you get the reliability of Toyota, great fuel efficiency with the hybrid, and we're still rocking 37s. With the portal axles, it feels like you're running 33s on this, because the gear ratio has been downshifted. I think it's like 4. I honestly have no idea. We'll put it right here because I don't know what it is, but effectively what the portal axles do is it gives you an additional 6 inches of lift without lifting the body up. So your clearance underneath this thing, check it out. My dog could fit underneath there. Like, that is wild. I did a quick video of a Tundra that had a 6-inch body lift, and literally the diff on this was like a full half a foot taller, but the hood was even lower. So what you're effectively doing is just lifting up the body without, or lifting up the diff without lifting the body up. And then you're getting a gear reduction, so you could throw 37s on, and this thing will do burnouts. This thing will absolutely rip 0 to 60 in, I don't know, over 4 seconds, but it's fast, especially for 37s.
Why don't more people do portal axles?
They're expensive as fuck. So the portal axles are a $15,000 to $20,000 upgrade, including labor. However, when you think about like switching out the suspension on something, they designed the portal axles to work really well with stock suspension. So if you're gonna upgrade your suspension on the Tundra, you could just rock the TRD Pro suspension and then put the portals on, and like it's gonna run fantastic and you'll be able to fit 40s on it. Like, we opted for 37s just because I wanted tons of clearance. If you're out in the desert or you're off-roading this thing, I wanted a lot of room to go up and down and side to side. I didn't want any rubbing. And 37s, obviously, like, you're gonna get better gas mileage with 37s over 40s. It may not look as cool, but that's pretty freaking aggressive. And if you look underneath there, we had TRD Pro suspension, and we said, nope, give me the Fox or the King 2.5s with the built-right upper control arms, adjustable suspension. It's insane. You got skid plates all on the bottom with the TRD Pro. It's like one thing I've always wanted to do. We've been running this company for 6 years. I wanted to rent a phantom camera or something that was like 2,000 frames per second, take one of our cars out to the desert and just, you know, rip up sand. You don't even need to go that fast when you're shooting at 1,000 frames per second. Look at some of these shots we got with the Free Fly Ember. It's 1,000 frames per second, and we were going 20 miles an hour. So like, we weren't doing that aggressive of stuff, and it still looks insane. We are at the tip of the iceberg of what we've done to this thing. This is a PPF wrap. It's a Inozotek color that feels like satin. And what's cool is this thing will self-heal while you're on the trail. So if you get any brush marks, it's gonna come right back. You have the Fiberworx front headlights. These are just way cooler, nice light up sequence, LED lights that are extremely bright. You got a amber fog light right here on this ADD off-road bumper. And we went with the dual Onyx 6, which I love because if you want ambers and like foggy conditions, you throw that on, or if you just want more light, you have that. We got the 9XL Sport light bar up top, extremely bright, and the LP4s on the side. This thing has a ridiculous amount of light. And we also have the Seibon carbon fiber hood. You may be asking yourself, why doesn't it have the TRD Pro badge? Like, no one's gonna know that this thing's a TRD Pro. Well, if you really care about that, throw a sticker on it and then never talk to me again. But if you don't care about that and you understand that it's a $3,000 hood that's lighter and just looks way cooler and way more aggressive, then join the camp. Come hang out with Ford 4x4. That's what we do here. You got the Heritage Grille with the built-in light bar, and then I want to say that's it, but I know I'm missing something. What am I missing, Alec?
Should it have cooling seats?
Oh, we gotta show. It's got camouflage seats. Look at that, you can't even see them. Oh, there they are. It's a dad joke. Camouflage. It's stupid. I know. The back has the ADD off-road bumper. I don't want to go too into detail on this thing because we are giving it away. It starts on July 11th. Fun fact, if you become a member of Ford 4x4 right now, you're not only going to get 3X entries for this Sprinter van Nirvanna that we're giving away, that's live until July 10th. This starts immediately after, and you know Thor carries a hammer, and we're not going to show it, but we got something that's going to go along with this. So I'll do a sneak peek on that one as we get closer, but look at the Magnusson kit on this. So upgraded intercooler right there, cold air intake on the side with the like oil filters. I don't know what exactly you call them, but it's getting a ton of airflow. You could really feel this thing breathe as you're driving it. And then you got the water to air radiator right here. That's an additional radiator. While we were ripping this thing, it stayed like below halfway on hot to cold the entire time. Never got up any higher than maybe 190 degrees, which is crazy considering there's 37s on this thing. So I was super happy with it. When we went out to Magnuson, they actually did the install on it. And one thing that Noel, their marketing director, told me was like, dude, what I tell everyone who gets one of these is just rip it like you stole it because it's gonna handle it. And sure enough, like no issues whatsoever. The only issue we had out there was the lights because when we were doing the wrap, we didn't connect the ground. Not we, someone did it. I won't put any blame on it. And so the lights kept flickering. We couldn't figure it out. And finally we chased it the night after we were shooting. We're like, oh, idiot. Put the ground back on, the lights are fine. Besides that, this thing ran absolutely fantastic. So much fun. I can't believe we're giving it away. But follow along and make sure you subscribe as we will do some more content and post on it. I think we need to do a quick little drive around and I think we need to do that and fire it up because it sounds really good. It's got the Magnuson exhaust as well. I forgot about that. Before I do that, we're gonna get in this thing and drive it around, check out the Nirvanna. So this is the Sprinter van we're giving away right now. This is live until July 10th, 2026. And then we got 33-inch tires. We just added these AVIX 285 LT, I think R17. So 17-inch wheels, the black Rhino wheels by, those are the Alta series. And then we wrap this thing in a dark satin basalt. I love this color. It's a little dirty right now. We might need to wash it, but it's just a little dust. The inside is really set up for either like an adventurer, a full family. It's one of those things that like, yeah, you may be more comfortable in a 30-foot motorhome, but you cannot park a 30-foot motorhome in a parking spot. This thing will fit, it's the same footprint as a Chevy 1500. And the bed flips up, so you have the ability to turn this entire area into a kitchen. And one question that I got recently that I think we need to show is where do you put the mattresses? Let me show you that. This is a spot that I like to put it. You could also just fold them up and throw them outside because they're mattress pads. The other thing that you could do is just put them on the front seat up there, throw them on the roof. Like they could go anywhere, but I like this spot because it is a little bit out of the way. You have like a little knee protector right there. And if you're cooking or whatnot, you might get some food on it, but you could also flip this over. There you go. Have additional countertop space if you wanted to. You could transform it however you want. I think it's really gonna come down to what is the use case. I can't foresee someone like flipping this down and having it not as a bed a ton of the time, because the reality is you're not going to want to do that. It's like it takes 2 minutes, but I don't know, people are lazy, and especially with this new countertop edition. So we modified this out so that you could actually have more countertop space. So now you have a ton of workable space. You don't have to do both sides. You could also store these just on one side. Just like that. I personally like having them on the sides because it's really clean and looks like it was meant to be there. But you could put them right here. You could just put them on the ground. You could put them on the front seats. You could put them on the top. You could put them outside. You could put them anywhere. I like how they fold up and out of the way. Or if you really wanted to, get a smaller mattress that you could just like roll up and throw underneath here. There's tons of storage. Like right now I have all the bedding underneath here. So will you stop asking about where to put the mattress pads? It's really not that complicated. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, let me know what you think. So you think he looks cool, just listen to how he sounds. We'll do a little test drive. All right, so I've owned a TRX, a Raptor, a regular TRD Pro Tundra. This with the Magnusson Kit is on par with like a V6 Raptor. The TRXs are just in a different league, and the Raptor Rs, I've never had one, so I can't give you my full opinion on it. However, bang for your buck, this thing is wild. 37s with portal axles, king shocks. It off-roads like a trophy truck, sounds like a very powerful 500 horsepower truck. I love it. Let's get in the driver's seat, take a little lap, do a little hot lap, and then I'll tell you how you could win this. It's a big step. So honestly, the worst thing about the hybrid is half the time you don't even know if the car's on or not because the engine's not going. It's fine. Everything is fine. So it still drives like a normal truck. I think the biggest thing is when you are actually off-roading, you'll notice it because you can loosen up the suspension on the Kings and really like rip this thing. It doesn't do great on whoops, no truck does. However, it's definitely like, it's not a trophy truck, but just driving around regular, not only does it look ridiculous, it also drives well and is a lot of fun. Go over a couple speed bumps, see how the cameraman does. No slowing down on speed bumps, you don't need to. Is that a speed bump? Is that a dead body? Can't tell, can't tell. It just sounds good. Inside of the cab, you can. Did you hear the turbo? Did you hear the turbo spin?
Oh yeah.
That's one thing about the Tundras, or the Toyotas in general. Like unless you have a cold air intake or something that is like modifying the intake on this thing, you can't really hear the turbos. Like you could hear them rev up. The TRD Pro's exhaust does sound pretty good. This is just like another tone, another level. Dude, it's so fun.
Makes you feel in charge.
It's crazy that this is on 37s. I think that's the big thing. And it's lifted 6 inches. But it feels like, no, you have all the input right away. Whatever you want to, like, we could stop and do a burnout if we wanted to. Which I don't know how many trucks can do that. The TRX can't even do that because it's all-time 4-wheel drive. So with this, I'm in 2 high right now. Like I could do burnouts all day. You want to do some donuts? Go for it. All right, I'm not just saying this because we built it with our friends Complete Customs out of Texas, that Toyota decided to trademark TRD Hammer while we were building it, that this is one of the coolest vehicles we've ever built. It is my favorite rig that we have built in the history of Forged 4x4 because it's so custom, so unique. The most capable off-road suspension with 37s we've ever done. You never have to worry about hitting anything on the trail because the clearance is so insane on this rig. The wrap looks fantastic, the wide body, the carbon fiber. It's a SEMA worthy rig built 6 months before SEMA even starts. If you want to win this, you just got to go to forge4x4.com. The sweepstakes is not live yet. July 11th, it's going to go live. We're giving away a Sprinter van and 50 grand right now that you can check out at forge4x4.com. If you become a member of Forge, you're not going to miss out on this one, and you'll definitely get notified when we go live. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you want to support the channel, go to blackrhinowheels.com. They're one of our sponsors. I love Black Rhino wheels. Do not rock stock wheels. It's lame. And you are cooler than that. Forge4x4.com. Get it.